What is going on, everybody? My name is Matt, and I want to welcome you back to part 2 of the Cutlass Saga. Of course, named after our fearless leader, Eduardo Cutlass. Now, as I said, I was going to do a little bit of grinding off-screen, and I left 3 members in the Liberal Crime Squad unit, one being James Fairbanks. I guess I should click on the game screen. There we go. James Fairbanks, Leslie Ramirez, and Raphael Campbell. And as you can see, they have all now made it up in over 100 juice, just really from some firefights. Now, I'm a little hesitant to leave Leslie Ramirez out in the field with this high of wisdom. And right now, everybody's tailoring skill is also max out at 10. I'm not sure how great that is, but I'm going to go ahead and actually take her off the squad, and we're going to start her in some type of, or sorry, her, I keep saying her, him, I'm very sorry. I'm going to start him in some type of clothing production to see if we can't supplement our income. Also, while I'm thinking about it, I noticed in the last video that I left my mouse on screen a lot, and I'm not sure if that's going to bother anybody, because I haven't uploaded the first one to YouTube yet, so I really don't know what the feedback's going to be, but it bothered me a little bit when I was watching the video. I'm not going to redo the first video, but I'm going to try to keep this off screen for, I don't know, from here on out. And I'll still use it to point, like I said, you know, tailoring's at 10, but I'll try to remember to move it back off screen so it's not impeding your view at all. Now, yeah, so all 3 of these guys are now up and over 100 juice, and I actually did end up taking Zachary Shue out of that group just because I don't remember why. I think he was already higher and I just wanted those 3, or maybe I had an idea for him to stay out of everything. That might have been what it was. Let me see. Let me see what his attributes look like again. You know what it was? I think I just wanted to keep him safer. I don't know. I'm going to kind of use him, I guess, as like another, like a second in command kind of guy. I think. I don't know. I'm just kind of making this up as I go along. This is really not based on his skills at all. It's just kind of what I want to do. Now, while I'm thinking about it, here's the problem, and you'll be able to see this if I actually try to travel to a location. Because of the recent gunfights of the Liberal Crime Squad, the crack house is actually bringing in some heat, and I don't know how threatening that is at the moment, but I'm thinking I want to get Eduardo out of there, just you know, just to be safer. And he hasn't been doing too much illegal activity yet, so he should be all right to move around. I'm trying to decide if I want to pay rent monthly at an apartment, or if I just want to move him into one of the abandoned packing plant or paper mill or something like that, because that's also where you can start building like your own fortress. You could really lock the place down, security cameras, fortifications, and you could start your own like newspaper and stock the place with food and water and everything. I really don't have the money to do that yet. So what I'm thinking is actually maybe moving him into the expensive apartments downtown, because that'll also give us a map, a complete layout of the building and all the bedrooms, and we'll be able to see where loot is before we even break into the rooms. So we'll know if it's worth walking in and risking getting caught. So that's my idea for that. So with Eduardo and Zachary in this leader squad, let's go ahead and move them downtown. It's still under high security. And I left. Oh, I hit up instead of down. That was a mistake. Okay. So let's try this again. There we go. And let's go into this office here and see if we could talk to the landlord. Talk. Whoa, who do we want to use? Issues, bluff. They both have equal dating. We'll just use Eduardo. And we're just going to talk. Or no, we want to rent a room is really, I think, what we want to do. I guess we could try a conversation with him. So I'm going to ask him, do you want to hear something disturbing? And he has no interest. So let's go ahead and talk to him again. And let's just rent a room. And what's it going to be? $1,500 a month. You know what? I cannot. I could threaten the landlord. Let's see what happens. Alright, so we threaten him with the gun. And Eduardo says, what's the price for the Liberal Crime Squad? And he tells us that we should leave. And it doesn't even give me like an option to fight him. So now we really should just get out of here. That was kind of a waste. Let's just go ahead and move these guys to the abandoned paper mill. So that is their new home. And now the Liberal Crime Squad's kind of free to move around without, I guess you could say, like, without risking the safety of our leader. Because these guys can die. They're expendable. Really, Eduardo is not. Once Eduardo's dead, unless we really set everything up properly, we can't do anything without Eduardo. Once he's gone, the whole squad kind of disbands and the game is over. All right, Leslie needs ammo for the gun, but we can't probably get that right now, can we? Let's build up Eduardo. We want to build up some persuasion so that we can actually bring in some new recruits. Let's go to the juice bar and let's see who we could talk to. Let's talk to the college student. We're going to use Eduardo, and we're just going to drop a conversation on politics. So I ask him, do you want to hear something disturbing? And the college student says, what? Take a deep breath and think about the world we live in, that we're spending hundreds of billions on new ways to kill people. This has to stop. And the college student says, that is disturbing. What can I do? So we actually, hook, line, and sinker, we got this college student interested in what we were talking about. So they're going to come back, and we're going to have a talk with them later. I really don't care about the teenager. I'm going to leave them alone. No, we got a cameraman. Let's talk to the cameraman. I don't know what kind of useful skills that could have. Do you want to hear something disturbing? And the cameraman has no interest. Let's talk to the hippie. Hippies are usually easy to pick up. In the name of war on terror, we've sacrificed our soul by letting the government torture and abuse human beings on our behalf. Oh my science, we've got to do something. All right, so the hippie was very interested as well. And yeah, the cameraman didn't care. College student, we could talk to another college student. We might as well just kind of talk to everybody right now, because it'll be able to build up our persuasion skills. So Eduardo is going to go ahead and talk about politics. Animals are routinely subjected to inhumane treatment in the labs in this country. And the college student doesn't care. Not a typical college student. Let's see. Teenagers there. Let's check all these tables. Dancers, black belt. Could be an interesting addition to our fighting. Industries that stop at nothing to become more profitable are polluting the environment in ways that hurt not only animals, but people too. And the black belt does not care. We got a chef. A liberal judge could be quite useful, and he doesn't care. Let's try talking to him again. Let's see if Zachary, nope, can catch his interest. Let's see. All right, one more try. Let's see if Eduardo can seduce the judge. Let's drop a pickup line. Do you... I can't even read it. Do you have stars on your panties? Your ass is out of this world. Oh, that pissed off the judge. Okay. Let's talk to the hippie. Political favors are bought and sold for campaign contributions, and the voting system enforces two-party dominance. And the hippie is very interested in this. That is disturbing. What can I do? So they're going to come back and have a talk later. We got some more hippies here. Another college student. Oh, there's another table here I missed. There's a hippie there. All right, let's go ahead and leave this room. We're going to have to meet with everybody now individually. So this first meeting is with Alexis Rainey, the hippie from the downtown area. Oh, that's where they're located, is downtown. And it says right now that Alexis Rainey is actually kind of regretting having this meeting with Eduardo. So I think we should probably spend a little bit of money on this. We can't really just afford to chat because we might lose them. And Alexis has really, really high heart and very low wisdom. And we can work on the rest of the skills. Tailoring's already at 1. Throwing and street sense are already quite high. And computers could actually be very interesting once we get into hacking and trying to get some political leverage through the computers. So I'm going to actually throw down $50 on props and a book for to try to hook Alexis Rainey into our organization here. So as Eduardo Cutlass shares a documentary on privacy rights, Alexis Rainey found Eduardo's views to be insightful, and we're going to have another meeting tomorrow. That's great. Now we have, who's this? June Hughes. And they're actually very into it. Is this a guy or a girl? Doesn't even say. June Hughes is a hippie. I don't remember if it was a male or female. Anyway, I do see high first aid and martial arts. First aid could come in very useful. I think actually one of our squad members is lightly wounded right now from an earlier gunfight. But I don't think we have to spend the money, because it says that June Hughes actually feels something needs to be done. So we can afford to just casually chat. So let's see what the chatter produces. Eduardo Cutlass explains his view on judges. And these thoughts were found to be insightful by June Hughes, and we'll meet again tomorrow. Perfect. All right. Helen McLaughlin? I don't know. However you pronounce that. College student, almost certainly a female, but you can never tell in this game. Very low heart of 5 and wisdom 3. Now, that could be because of low juice, but we won't know until... It's not worth spending the money on. That's what I'm trying to say, because we're not going to know until we get them on our squad and try to raise the juice. So I'll talk to them, because it'll add to my persuasion, but I'm not going to bother spending any money. So, Eduardo Cutlass explains his views on pollution. Oh, and they were found to be insightful. Okay. So that was our meetings. That's all that we had to do. And what I'm going to do, instead of doing anything else in this next day, I guess what we could do is send these guys, or have these guys do something here, right? Fairbanks, Ramirez, and Campbell could probably be doing something. I just don't know what. Oh, well, I said I wanted to pull Leslie Ramirez out of the fire, right? All right, let's do that. Let's set up another squad here. Well, let's pull Leslie out, because for now he's going to do some tailoring, just to get started here. So let's go ahead and put Leslie in a new squad, and we're going to write tailoring, or tailors. Tailor's fine. Okay, tailor. And yeah, he can stay at the crack house. That's fine. And so let's go to tailor, and let's actually, well, we're just going to have Leslie make and repair clothes, and we're going to make clothes, and everything's really, really hard to do because the skill level is so low at the moment. So we're just going to do some stuff that's very hard and see how long it takes to build those skills up. Now, at the same time, we're just going to skip a couple days here and let Eduardo talk, go to some more of his meetings and see what happens. So, Leslie Ramirez has made first-rate clothing, and that's perfect. That's great quality for something that was so hard to do. And let's see. So the first one up is Alexis Rainey. I'm really interested in this candidate. And Alexis, it still says, was going to take a lot of persuading. So I think I'm going to go ahead and spend some more money, because this just looks like a great prospect right from the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and spend more money. Cutlass shares a documentary on life under corporate culture, which was found to be very insightful. So we still have Alexis on the hook. She's not sure, but it could work. And June Hughes is actually ready to fight for the Liberal Crime Squad. And sometimes what I like to do in this conversation, or at this point in the conversation, is keep chatting, because it's going to keep building up my persuasion skill. And we already know that we have June Hughes on the hook. They're ready to go. So until we land Alexis, I could just keep chatting with June Hughes. I don't even think there's a chance that we could lose her, maybe, but most likely not. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep chatting with B. And Cutlass explains his views on torture, which were found to be insightful. And Helen, still take a lot of persuading. Let's just chat. It'll work on the persuasion. I really don't care about this candidate at all. And, okay, she's not convinced that I really understand the problem, and maybe Eduardo Cutlass needs more experience. So I think that just canceled that entire meeting. So I'm going to skip another day. Fourth-rate clothes made by Leslie Ramirez. Not a great thing, but actually we could check real quick. Oh, I can't check. Let's finish these first, I guess. Okay. So, Alexis Rainey is interested in learning more. Now, at this point, I could usually switch to just chatting. However, I'm still a little bit worried because this is a very good-looking candidate. Let's spend more money and hope that she doesn't think we're crazy. So, I share a video tour of the Chernobyl Dead Zone, which was found to be insightful. Fantastic. We might actually just about have bagged this candidate here. And we have June Hughes is ready to fight, so we're just going to keep chatting to build up the persuasion skill. Perfect. I want to switch over real quick to the tailoring and see how much that's actually going up, if at all. It's at 0.3%. Or 0.3, sorry, out of, whatever. You get it. Let's skip another day. Third-rate clothes were made. Alright, Alexis Rainey feels something needs to be done. We still can't invite her to join the Liberal Crime Squad, but we can probably afford to chat. So I'm just going to hit B to chat. And Eduardo Cutlass explains his views on the death penalty, which were found to be insightful. Perfect. June Hughes, still here, still hanging around, is still ready to fight. We're going to keep chatting. And we could probably let the Liberal Crime Squad do something. I don't know. They should probably all be doing something right now. While we're just kind of wasting time talking to potential candidates here. But I don't know what I want anybody doing. Very low computer skills. Oh, we could have... Alright, James is gonna sell some music. Where is the music? Legal fundraising. There we go. Play street music. Zachary Shu could probably do something. Let's check Raphael. Science, martial arts, pistol, art. Okay, so we'll do legal fundraising, and we'll do... I think tie-dye t-shirts might count as art. Oh, portrait sketches. Duh. Come on, Matt. All right. And Zachary, what can you do? Let's see what you could do under legal fundraising. It'll usually kind of highlight whichever one they'd be best at, and playing street music will help. Now, I'm going to say this now, before anything bad happens. This could be very bad, putting them out on the street, because I believe they're all wanted for murder for all of those gunfights. But let's see if they don't survive a day or two. Let's skip a day, heading into January 27th of 2009. And Alexis Rainey is ready to join our cause. She's ready to fight for the Liberal Crime Squad. How should Eduardo Cutlass approach this situation? And of course, we're going to offer to let Alexis Rainey join the Liberal Crime Squad as a full member. So I'm going to press the letter C, and I make the offer, and she is eager to get started. So we have two options. We can go ahead and bring her into the abandoned paper mill as a regular member, or leave her as a sleeper agent. And I don't need a sleeper agent at the Farm Vegan Co-op, Tofu Farm Vegan Co-op. And June Hughes. All right, well, we could bring her aboard now as well. Let's make the offer, and she's ready to go. And I don't need a sleeper agent there. Okay, so we have two brand new members. Let's go ahead and check out these statistics. All right. First of all, look at those music and art skills are fantastic on Alexis Rainey, and that is with 0 juice, which looks fantastic to me. Let's get the big picture here. I'll move the mouse. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting about that. Let's see. It's looking very interesting. Not too many fighting skills like the rest of our squad, but that's fine because we can't all be fighters. Now, she does have some computer skills to start with, which is a very good thing. We're going to need that in the long run. Teaching could be interesting there, but art and music can definitely make her some... money, and she has no crimes on her rap sheet. So actually, we could send her out on the street right now to make some money and have no worries of her getting in trouble because she has nothing to get in trouble for. Let's also go ahead and look at June Hughes. Very high music and art as well. Fairly... Oh, what was the juice? 0, of course. So the martial arts is already at 3. You never know. This might get interesting here. Otherwise, everything else is quite low. I think what we're going to need to do, and I hate to do it, but I want to get their juice up quickly to see the potential in possible experience points for the different things. So let's throw them into a group by themselves, and we're going to give them the good old spray paint cans and just run around and spray paint. I believe that'll give them both some type of rap sheet for like vandalism or something, but I think it'll be worth it for bringing up the juice, just that alone. This might be my new second in command right here. Alexis is a male. Keep calling her. Okay, June is a female though. Okay, but Alexis is a male. It's kind of bothering me. Alexis. Alex. Sure, but Alexis. Okay, well, whatever. To each his own. Let's go ahead and make a new squad, and let's put F and G in it. And we're just going to call it, I don't know, recruits. Did I spell that right? I think I did. Alright, and let's go to recruits and equipped. They're in a different building. Okay, so I need to send them first to... No, I don't. Whoa! You guys see the heat on the... How do I move items around? Here we go. It's got to be in here, right? I thought it was. Maybe not. D. I really thought I could move items around. Why can't I do that? Press a number of cursors. Identify. What am I doing? Oh, duh. There we go. Review and move equipment. Number 8. Come on, Matt. Alright, we need to send spray paint can. Where do we want it? To the shelter? No, they're at the paper mill. I thought there was another spray paint can somewhere. They all must be holding them. Okay. Let's... No, nobody's holding them. Where's all the spray paint cans? Am I missing something? Oh, there's 4 spray paint cans. Where are Eduardo? They're at the paper mill. Oh. So what's the problem? Why can't I give the recruits... Oh, they're all... Oh, I moved all 4 at the same time, I'm assuming. Okay. Whatever. Alright, you guys are now going to go, I guess, to... Well, let's just go back to the Scardino Apartments in the University District. It should be fairly safe for now. And we're just going to start the spray paint right at the beginning here. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, there's loot right inside. Should I get it? Should I get it? Let's do it. No! We got caught. Leave, leave. The squad struck again. Vandalism, breaking and entering, and theft. Alright, we're going to do the same thing again. Let's send them back to the Scardino Apartments because they're not on high alert yet. And just go ahead and add some spray paint right down these hallways. Do a little bit there because the breaking and entering will add some juice as well. What kind of progress are we making? Alright, 12 is fine. I'm not even going to check the stats. I don't want to get my hopes up. I want to go back in. Here we go. That was a daring little run there. So whoever this is, I believe is good at just breaking the doors if I'm reading everything correctly. Oh man, I know there's something in there. It's just out of my reach. Not really. And we'll leave some spray paint. Don't want... No, okay. Conservatives are alarmed. Let's leave. And let's see what we're up to. 23 for both of them. I want to send them back out. The Murray Apartments are still on high alert. Jesus. Alright, let's go to the Redford Park, I suppose, and we'll drop some spray paint there. We'll paint over some of these old gang signs here. GNG stands for gang. I believe once the Conservative Crime Squad joins the match, you'll actually see their insignia in different places as well. Alright, so our first month is up. The Liberal Crime Squad monthly action report. We've actually made $785 just from pawning goods, $11 from street music, $680 from thievery, and $25 from drawing. However, we've spent $80 purchasing goods, which I believe was probably the spray paint cans. 20 a piece. Yeah, that would have been the spray paint cans. Manufacturing, 80. Oh, that would have been the tailoring. And $150 on recruitment. That would have been 3 separate three separate, whatever, you know what I'm talking about, instances where we were trying to indoctrinate Alexis, the male, into our Liberal Crime Squad. And that leaves us with a grand total of $1,191 in the green for the month. Sounds like a good turnout to me. And you know what? Just since we ended the month, that's a good spot to end the recording. So I want to thank you guys a lot for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. We're already splitting everybody up into a couple of groups. We have quite the roster already. Eduardo Cutlass, James Fairbanks, Zachary Shue, Leslie Ramirez, Raphael Campbell, Alexis Rainey, and June Hughes. I want to thank you guys for tuning in again to the Cutlass Saga, and make sure to check back soon for part 3. I'm going to go ahead and flip the screen. There's plenty of stuff to click on. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, leave a like. Let me know what you think of this series and what I should do, what you want to see. And until next time.